One of the things that I really hate is when I have a client and then for whatever reason, that client leaves me for another agent or ghosts me, which means that they left me for another agent. So here are 10 reasons your client has left you for another agent. Let's do it. What's good? My name is Sean Thor, a real estate agent and investor, and my mission is to help new real estate agents and entrepreneurs level up. Today, we're going to talk about why your client has left you for another agent, the most annoying thing that can ever happen. And one thing that you'll find in common is that people leave agents because of familiarity, because they're familiar with them, not because your performance sucks, and your performance may suck, but they'll leave you because they're familiar with somebody else. Let's get into it. Number one, the client's father, wife, brother, uncle, best friend got a real estate license and needs the business. They're familiar with them, and so they go with them. So annoying. It's not based on performance, but this is the world that we live in. Number two, the home buyer or the seller has somebody they go to church with, or a coworker, or their neighbor's good friend that they want to use them. Why? Simply because they know them. Again, they are familiar with them, or they're familiar with the person that's recommending them. Number three, your buyer wanted to see a house on Sunday and you were not available, so they went with somebody else. This is why it's important, A, to be flexible with your schedule, but also if you just can't show them a house, use another realtor that's a friend that can open the door for them. I had a guy that I worked with, and he was like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna be out of town for 2 weeks. I got a bunch of homes that, I wanna show this client. And if one of those homes goes under contract, I'll give you 25%. And so I was like, cool. And what this did was this allowed me to make a quick 25% for showing houses and allowed him to make 75% versus he can't show his clients the houses, they leave and he makes zero. Number four, the listing agent who's listing your client's house, talk them into using them to make it easier. I hate this. This happened to me. This happened to me one time, and I hate this. The listing agent was listing these people's houses, and honestly, they were a little flaky. And so they had a pre-approval. I might have showed them 2 or 3 houses, and this guy was in the military. He was a good guy, but he calls me and says, hey, I don't want to waste your time, so we're going to use our listing agent. I'm like, waste my time? This is all I do with my time. It's real estate. Ugh, annoying. Number 5, clients think that you might be too busy and therefore they don't want to work with you. One of the worst things that you can do is try to make yourself seem like you're a popular real estate agent or that you're somebody by telling your clients, oh, I'm busy, I'm tied up, I have this going on and that going on. I don't do that. I make my clients feel like they are my only clients. If I am busy at a certain time, I might just say, hey, look, I'm not available at that time. I have another appointment. But what about this time? I don't say, hey, I got to go to so and so forth to show them this house. Or I'm listing this. I may use that when I'm talking to them and trying to convince them, hey, here's some experience that I've had. And here's why you may want to listen to my advice. But I never use it to make myself feel like I'm a super agent. Number 6. You did a fantastic job, but the clients did not like you because of blank. These days, it can be anything. You just never know. All right. So don't get stressed because clients don't like you. Sometimes I'll get an online lead and I'll meet that client at the house just to kind of start that relationship with them. And I walk and I can tell, yep, they're not going to like me. I'm a great agent, but yeah, these folks ain't going to like me. Number 7, they found out that you don't vote the same way that they do. Yeah, we're living in that time. Number 8, another realtor talked to them first, particularly when it comes to buyers. If you pick the phone up, if you respond quickly, typically that buyer will work with you simply because you were the first one to respond and respond in a timely manner. Number 9, you sent them homes that they don't want to see. Obviously, when people are asking for very, very, very specific things, you might create a listing and just send them whatever. Many times what I'll do is I'll create an auto listing, right, that just sends them homes. And what I'll do is I'll set that auto listing to allow me to approve those homes before they're sent, particularly if I know that this buyer is going to be really, really, really picky. All right, so just make sure you're sending them the homes that they want to see. Some buyers don't care. They want to see everything and they want to, sift through and make their own choice. And number 10, you scared them during the listing or buyer's meeting. There is a balance between informing your client and giving them too much information. I am very, very big on being honest and making sure that my client knows exactly what they're going to, face when they get into the transaction, whether it's a listing or a buyer. But at the same time, I don't want to scare them. So I want to give them a sense of, here's what to expect, but I'm going to be with you, walking with you and guiding you the whole way. So it's all good. You don't have to be fearful, which many of them are. You don't have to be fearful or scary because I'm not going to leave you and you'll know exactly what's going on. What are some other reasons that your clients have left you? Tell me, put it in the comments below. Help us to learn from you so that we don't make the same mistakes or so that we just know what to expect in real estate. Please hit the sub button or karate chop that bell for notifications. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch. This is the House of Motivation, the place where inspiration